We have a few different products that we want to show you. We're going to start out with our stovetop pizza oven box. And this is a new product that we've launched this year. This allows you to bring wood-fired performance inside. So obviously today when it's 90 degrees outside, probably not the best day to start with that, but in the winter months, or if you want to have some versatility versus our outdoor products, you can put this over a single burner, and what it does is it allows you to collect all of the heat from the single burner and capture that in our refractory stone oven chamber, as well as the metal housing to trap it from escaping. We can cook anywhere from 600 to 800 degrees over a single burner. So if you're somewhere around a 12,000 to 16,000 BTU burner, you're going to be cooking pizzas in about 2 to 4 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and make a pizza for you guys today and really show you how it works. We're going to start just with the simple basic margarita pizza, because that's really the test of a true Neapolitan style pizza, and really takes me longer to make a pizza than bake a pizza. So try to do this as quickly as I can here today. The other products that we're going to show you, or other items that we've baked, are going to be some salmon, some chicken breasts, and a couple different vegetables, some Brussels sprouts and asparagus. So with the indoor pizza oven, we're actually going to have little smaller pizzas, more personal size, and we're going to throw them in here, and we're going to have one of our teammates help us with some of the cooking today. So we're going to do just a little bit of the ground San Marzano tomatoes and get a little sauce there. Don't want to go too heavy on the toppings here because they do cook so quickly, so the sauce doesn't actually evaporate as much as it would if you're cooking a pizza over a long period of time. Take a little bit of the fresh mozzarella and kind of crumble that up over the pizza. There we go. A little bit of the fresh basil. And then we finish off with a little drizzle of olive oil, typically a little sea salt, but since we don't have that out here today, we're going to throw a little bit of Parmesan on. It gives you a little bit of that saltiness with a little bit of that good Parmesan flavor. And we're going to come over here to the oven now, and we're going to go ahead and launch the pizza. So when you're launching the pizza, you have to be very careful that you don't just throw the pizza there into the oven. So what we do is we go on the right pizza peel to start with. We actually have a large pizza peel and a small pizza peel. The large pizza peel is for our outdoor ovens. The smaller pizza peel fits perfectly into our indoor ovens and go all the way in and just slide it out there. Get a nice initial bake on it. We let it sit for about 30 to 60 seconds. This is actually pretty hot today. And so then what we do is, over here, what we do is we just go down the side and then down into the center, and we just kind of lift and rotate just a little bit. We want to get like a nice quarter turn, a third turn on it, and you'll actually see that it starts puffing up pretty quickly. So this pizza, you can see, we can't actually see all the way into the oven here, but it started puffing up already in the back, so we can continue rotating that around a little bit. And while Anna finishes that pizza, I'm going to go ahead and start a pizza for our outdoor oven to show you how that product works. And there you go. You can see that's been in there just for probably about a minute now. Don't have the timer going right now, but that pizza should be done somewhere around 1.5 to 2 minutes. And as soon as Anna's done with that pizza, we have a nice metal pizza peel that we'll pull it out with and throw it on a cutting board and really show you how well that pizza cooks up. Okay, so you can see there you got that nice charring, blistering, get the crispy edges. And I think we're probably pretty good on that pizza. You can see the bottom gets that nice brick oven baked blistering a little bit on there. And we'll go ahead and grab the metal peel there and we can bring it out. And see exactly how we're And there you go. So that pizza, again, just kind of judging by time, probably around 1.5 to 2 minutes. And the best part is how good that bottom chars up just a little bit. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and show you how we throw the salmon in. So anything that's a fat-based item, has fats or oils, we want to put on a cast iron skillet or other metal baking dish. We don't recommend ceramic or glass just because it does get so hot. So with these, we recommend using, obviously a pot holder or other. These are high temperature grill gloves because we do get up to close to the 800 degrees on these. So we'll take that and just simply throw that in there. And then all we'll do with that is we'll let it cook around 8 to 10 minutes. We'll rotate it once throughout the cooking process. So what we'll do now is come back over here and we'll go show you how our outdoor pizza oven is going to work. And so that's a little bit larger baking chamber. So this will allow you to bake up to about an 11-inch pizza. The outdoor version will allow you to cook up to just under a 14-inch pizza. And same concept here. We're going to go with light toppings and do a little bit of an olive oil base here for a white pizza. And then we're going to do one of my favorites here, which is just some of the spicy meats with a little bit of Boursin cheese. And if you haven't tried that, it's amazing. It's a garlic herb cheese, and it just melts perfectly into the pizza. Adds a good pop of flavor to it. And don't mind me getting a little messy. They say the messiest chefs are the best chefs. So throw that on here. Throw a little bit of the mozzarella on as well. And then we have some sliced nectarines. So that adds kind of a little twist to this. So it's a great summer pizza for hot days and allows you to have kind of like a pop of fresh flavor in there. Get a couple of those going in there. And then our team here is going to watch that salmon for us while we head outside. And we're going to do a little balsamic glaze to finish this off. And let's head up. So we now have a few different versions of our products that we didn't have in the past. Historically, our products were a pizza oven box that sat on an existing grill, but we've come out with our own version of gas-fired appliances. So we have a cart top version with folding side tables, and we also have a tabletop version. So in addition to the amazing pizza oven and wood-fired performance that we get out of our ovens, we've actually added a griddle component to it if you remove the pizza oven, or grill grates. So you get a nice multi-function versatility out of it. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to show you and how hot our ovens get. So you can see we're 921 degrees. So we are wood-fired oven temperatures. And we're going to go ahead, and the same concept on these, you want to make sure that you don't just launch right into the back of the oven. So you go back as far as you can, pull back a little, and then just shake the pizza right off inside. And with this, we are going to actually set a timer. Okay. And at this temperature, we're probably going to cook in closer to, around a minute. And see here that we're starting to really blister up, puff up with the air that's in the crust. So with that, we're simply going to slide under, give a nice little rotation to it, and you try to set it right back in the same position that it was. We've been about 40 seconds right now. And there you go. So this is just about a minute. Let me go ahead and stop this timer because it took me just a couple seconds. Can't even see it. So it took me a couple seconds to get it started, but that's just about a minute. You've got that perfect crust on the edges, beautiful charring on the bottom, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let some people enjoy this. All right, so next pizza's up. You guys go ahead and cut that up. That one was just over a minute. And what you can do with the salmon, when you're ready, use this to help you pull it out, and we'll just set it right on the grill grates, or the stovetop grates. All right, so as you can see, it hasn't been very long that we've even been on air here, and that giant, about an inch thick cut of salmon is perfectly cooked all the way through. You can see that it's starting to get that nice flakiness, retains its moisture, and you can't get any kind of performance at home without having, you know, super high-end grills or broilers or things like that. Or you can get that kind of performance out of our ovens because it gives you the infrared heat from all sides. So you get infrared heat from the top, bottom, back, and sides. You get the convective airflow that comes in and through. And so that allows you to get steakhouse quality results by searing in the flavors and giving you that nice little bit of caramelization on the outside while retaining the moisture. And so what we're gonna do now is show you the same thing, only we can do it with vegetables. And so, you know, this asparagus is gonna be cooked perfectly through, gives you a little bit of lemon on top to kind of melt down into the food and season it slightly. Did a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper on this. And we're gonna do that same thing. We're gonna start with the base of the asparagus towards the back because that tends to take a little longer to cook. So that convective airflow in the back and the extra heat that's generated in the back because it has the side stones, back stone, side stone kind of all coming together, gives you the ability to cook that more quickly. Then when we rotate it, it'll cook the rest of the asparagus all the way through. A little bit of char, kind of have that steamed texture. So you're not completely roasting it and cooking it, but you're getting the best of both worlds. So we're gonna go ahead and probably try one more pizza after we look through some of the stuff that we've already cooked. So with this, we have our Brussels sprouts that had a little bit of pancetta. This cooked all the way through in about 4.5 to 5 minutes. You get a little bit of that roasted caramelization on there. You can see that the consistency of these is more like a steamed consistency, so you're not really destroying all the nutrients of it and making it just mush while getting that nice caramelization that is really what helps it taste so good. These chicken breasts cooked all the way through in just under 9 minutes, about 8.5 minutes, and the quality that you get out of it is just absolutely amazing. Normally one of the hardest things to grill and grill properly is chicken because it's either undercooked or dry. And so with this, it gives you a perfect caramelization on the outside and then it's still nice, moist, and juicy inside. And so we can see here, excuse me, grab this, and you can see that's been in there just a little bit of time, but you can start to see some of the juices forming down in the sides and starting to kind of wilt ever so slightly in there. So we'll give that a couple more minutes before we go ahead and turn those around. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to cut through this chicken, and you can see here just how tender that is. You actually get some of the juices that are still in there versus being super dry. So this is one of the best ways to get steakhouse quality food at home. And everybody nowadays wants to be able to produce excellent results. Everybody wants to be able to have the best food without going and spending 5-star restaurant prices. And then we're going to come over here and grab this, and we're going to get the asparagus. Do you want to do it? Okay. And we're going to get the asparagus out in just a minute there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and rotate that and put the floret part of it into the oven. And then as it's going to cook more, I'm going to go outside and show you some of the other features of our tabletop version of the pizza oven box. It is the gas appliance. And one of the best features of that is that it allows you to take pizza wherever you want to go. You get, the performance that you get out of this, which you'd probably have at home in your backyard. Tailgating would work too. But you get it in a tabletop version that has, the same gas hookup. It just has folding legs on it. And it allows you to take our pizza oven and replace it with either grill grates, which these grill grates just simply sit right on top. Sorry, that way. And it gives you a nice, so it's not necessarily for, slow cooking, but it works for cheeseburgers, hot dogs, things that don't need quite as much direct or convective airflow that you're going to get out of having a lid. But then the real benefit of swapping this out is our griddle. So our griddle allows you to have 16 by 22 inch griddle, and that gives you just a full cooking surface. You get flat top cooking performance where you get that nice even heat throughout the whole cooking surface. You can actually control the heat. We have a center burner. I'll show you that here. The center burner is perfectly configured for the base stone of the pizza oven or to control the center of the griddle cooking section. And then the outer burner allows the heat for the pizza oven to go up and over the top stone or up and through the back vent, or have a different temperature cooking zone on the griddle surface. So if you want to be doing, some breakfast sausage, and once they're done, you want to just keep them warmer on the outside while you're doing pancakes or eggs or different things on the center. It gives you that nice control and versatility there. So let's go ahead and go inside and check on the asparagus. What else we have going for today? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull out the asparagus, and we can set those right over there next to the other items. And then while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and throw together another pizza here indoors. So you can see that asparagus steamed through. You can see the steam rising off of it. You get a little bit of the darkening that you would get out of roasting. It's not quite caramelized, but you just get that nice extra flavor. Almost lends like a little kind of a nutty flavor to the florets of the asparagus. And then the lemon gives you that bright acid out of it. And so what we're going to do now, I know everybody's favorite, or a lot of people's favorite that are watching, might just be a good old pepperoni pizza. So we're going to go ahead and do that and show you how, it doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be Neapolitan style cooking in 60 seconds. You can use store-bought dough, you can use frozen dough, you can use Pillsbury dough in that blue tube where everything kind of tastes like a biscuit, but it cooks up perfectly in here. And one of the best parts is you get a nice crisp exterior while having that light and fluffy interior of the pizza. So here, let's go ahead and just throw a little flour down. You want to make sure that you flour the board pretty well. And then what I do is I actually tap off the excess, because that excess flour can tend to burn in the oven. And so people think maybe the bottom of their pizza had burned, but it's not actually the pizza burning. It's burned. And so nobody wants to taste burned flour or burned pizza. So just always make sure you have enough to get the pizza off into the oven, but not too over the top. And so again, we're just doing a light base of the tomato sauce. If you want to do a heavier, thicker tomato sauce, then you can. Just make sure that it's got less moisture content than a Neapolitan style, which is simply just tomatoes and salt. So we're going to go ahead and throw down a little bit of our pepperoni there. One of my favorites with pepperoni is oregano, so I'm going to throw a little bit of this fresh oregano on top here. And Get a little bit of that. Pepperoni pizza. So we'll finish off with a little bit of the crushed red pepper flakes and olive oil and Parmesan. And go ahead and get this. Probably going to be the last pizza that we can make today here, so might as well load it up. Everybody likes a little extra cheese. Okay, not everybody, but I do. And throw a little bit of red chili flake on there. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. You can really get as creative as you want with this. You know, we didn't show you everything we can do with the oven, obviously, but you know, we do brunch pizzas where everybody brings kind of their toppings, and we do a little bit of eggs, country gravy, fresh cheddar cheese, and just kind of get as creative as you want to with it. We'll even do frittatas in here, so you could take about 10 eggs in a 10-inch skillet and put whatever toppings you want in there. And if you have a 10-inch skillet that has a handle, then you have to kind of try to rotate as far as you can to one side or the other. We actually have some deep 10-inch skillets that have no handle on them, so they can be fully rotated inside of the oven. And so yeah, you can, I mean, you can cook pretty much anything that you can cook inside the oven, or inside an oven or a grill at home. You can cook in here and you can do it better. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show you the difference between the outdoor oven and the indoor oven. So the outdoor oven was running at a much higher temperature in the 900s. This oven, I'm guessing, is going to be about the 700-degree range. And another tip, don't leave your pizza sitting on your peel as long as I just did, because obviously it makes it a little harder because the dough will absorb the flour that's on there, and so then your dough wants to stick to it. I've launched a couple thousand pizzas, so luckily it didn't backfire on me live. So we're going to time this one as well, and then Anna's going to go ahead and cook that pizza for us. And then this, you can see that pizza's cooking up really quickly as well. And then this is the cast iron skillet that we've actually created, where it's still got the same features of a normal cast iron skillet. We added pour spouts on either side in case you did want to do anything where you need to pour out some grease, but no handle. So this fully rotates inside the oven. And obviously you can still be used on your stovetop or inside a home oven and get that same performance out of it, but we made it nice and deep walled. And we also have, can't even touch that, that's so hot still. We actually have a shorter version of that we use for the proteins or vegetables. And then you saw this rectangular version that we have that we cook the asparagus on. So we're almost done with that pizza. I think we're almost done with our time here. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so excited to show you all the new products that we have here. You know, from starting with Kickstarter over 5 years ago now, and launching a rough prototype in our backyard, to being where we are today and having products in 30 countries and gas appliances. It's just been an amazing journey. So we're super excited for you know, what the future holds, and the public receiving our products so well. We were nominated as one of Oprah's favorite things for 2017 and ran that through Amazon. That was actually an amazing, amazing boost to our brand, and we're very grateful to have been a part of that. So we can see this pizza here just came out. So that's about 1 minute and 45 seconds. And I'll show you one of the things that can happen, excuse me, when you leave your pizza sitting on there. As I said, don't let it sit too long. The center broke open because it's stuck to the peel, even though I was able to get it launched off of there. And you can actually see, if we can look into the oven at all, it gives you a little bit of charring on the bottom here. And so if that happens to you, you just let it burn off for about 10 to, you know, depending on how bad it is, this one's not so bad, but 10 minutes on average, or as soon as it'll start breaking free. And you just scrape it into the vent that's in the back. And so this will, over, I would say, the next 5-10 minutes, kind of burn off, and then you can just scrape it away. And this stone will blacken over time and darken over time because it's a porous material. And it's not bad, it's not going to impart a rancid taste as long as you don't Don't cook anything with fats directly on the pizza stone because it will absorb those oils and then impart a rancid taste or smell in the future. So anything with fats goes in a metal baking dish, cast iron skillet. But anything bread-based that does char up, that's just that burning flour that I told you about. And you can see it just scrapes away. And then one of the things that we didn't do because we wanted to have the noise not be in the background is keep your exhaust fan on the indoor version on the entire time, so that it takes any smoke or anything excess heat out of your kitchen. So, are we done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.